Stop my recording. I was talking about some other thing. Look where they got me. You see the type of shit that's taking place? That's 323 right there. That's where that shit came But what I was saying is, that's a fucking demon that showed up with an attitude. And I was saying that that comment that she made about me not wanting to be in the program, that came from that fucking text message. Rochelle is fucking like mentally ill her damn self, and so it's the bitch that I'm sitting with right now. Like you can hear it. It's just a demon with an attitude. You ain't got no business taking none of this shit personal. They mad that I'm gonna blow the roof off of all this shit. So anyhow, ain't that about a bitch? That's where Simon Dwayne's ass came. That's how they get receiving favor. Well, it's probably about to head for the dumps again. Now that I'm hearing this one. This is some sick shit. A fucking world full of sick ass people.
Well, there was Oliver. Sorry about that.
That's alright.
I checked with them. You're good to go at Forge Path. If that's where you want to do your psychiatry and your treatment, that's fine.
Okay.
You will still have a caseworker through CSS, but she's just kind of to facilitate.
See, that's what I was going. I don't want to be connected with both agencies. Do I have to have a caseworker?
You do.
Okay.
And it's really just to make sure that you're doing everything, and if you need resources, she's there.
Right.
But that's really what she does.
Okay.
And then, but Judge just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Just to make sure you understand everything.
Okay.
We normally, the way they plead you a little oddly with COVID, normally you would come here and she would plead you in herself after explaining the program, so she just wants to do that to make sure that it's still something you're interested in.
Okay.
So you want to come with me?
If I wasn't, what would the other options be? Would she go over that?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. No one's really looking to punish you because you didn't do the program or anything like that.
Right.
So it wasn't really explained to you. So if you want something that you're interested in, we can definitely talk about that and probably just do probation of some sort, that kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
I do not. You're on a Miss Sharon.
Give me your name.
Victoria Oliver.
Victoria Oliver, how are you?
I'm well, ma'am. How about
Good
yourself?
afternoon. So, it is my understanding that you were in Judge Hamilton's court
Correct.
and you pled into the charge. You remember what the charge was?
Assault.
Assault. Okay. And to an assault, and then I think you were screened for mental health court.
Correct.
And found eligible to be a part of the mental health court. Now that it is a voluntary program, and that was explained to you?
Yes.
All right, so as a part of that program, there are a lot of conditions. And right now, because of COVID, we're not meeting. We're meeting by Zoom or telephone every other week on Tuesdays. you're with Portage Path,
Yes.
all right, and are you taking medication?
Not at the moment.
Okay, and they haven't prescribed any for you, or you just stopped taking?
No, not at the moment. They haven't prescribed any.
Okay, so we.
Like, I literally just opened up with Portage
She
Path.
just got established, I think, earlier this week with
All right,
Portage Path.
all right, so we wanna make sure whether or not they're indicating that you should be on medication, and if you should be on medication, as a part of this program, you will have to take it, do you understand it? That is a
Understood.
violation if you do not take the medication.
Okay.
All right, you have to take the medication, you have to make sure you go to counseling sessions,
Okay.
and, we wanna make sure that, are you working right now?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Well, we need to also make sure that you have safe housing. So what we need to do is we'll get a lot of information from you. You make sure that you leave with your attorney, your telephone number and address, and then what we'll do is we'll make sure that in 2 weeks, when we get back on the video, because we're in mental health court right now, and we're going back in chambers, that you are on the either telephone or on Zoom, so that we can talk about all the things that you need to do.
Okay.
You will see, but we'll need to get releases from you, and, so that we can get information from Portage Path about what your diagnosis is. Do you know what they told you your diagnosis was?
No, Portage Path has not yet.
All right, so you don't have a diagnosis?
I have a past diagnosis of schizophrenia.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then.
I hear voices.
Okay, so then, have you been to CSS at all?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been at Portage Path?
Literally, like, I just opened up with them maybe a week ago.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just recently been established
So
at
is there
Portage
any,
Path.
because our program, I know that we deal with CSS.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, do you have any objection to, going back to CSS?
Yes, I've had a bad experience with the doctors there, so I wanted to try something new.
All right, so how about we do this, because my main goal is to make sure that you're whole. That
Okay.
you're, that everything is well. So I don't have any objections to us trying, Portage Path, going with them, as long as we're getting everything that I need to get from them. The other thing is what we'll need drug screen.
Okay.
That's part of when you're on probation for, I don't know what part you'll be in, maybe a year to 18 months. But as long as we're doing everything that we need to do in Portage Path, you're complying, they're complying, then that's fine, I don't have any problems. If there are some concerns, then I will have to switch you to CSS, I want you to understand.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
So I will be fair with you, if you're fair with me. I will be transparent with you, as long as you're transparent with me, as long as you let me know all the things that you need so that we can help you,
Okay.
okay? All right, so I need to find out from the team, what is it that they need her to do next?
Yes.
All right, so, have a seat.
All right.
I'll see you on the telephone in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Julia, and we're trying to do everything we possibly can to, to make this time, healthy for you. All right.
I'm sorry. I have one more question. Me and you quickly discussed, like, if I didn't want to do the mental health program, what was the other option? Probation or
And that's
something?
what, and I spoke briefly, with probation officer Franklin, because that's originally what we were going to be doing, was terminating her. And, there really
I
wasn't a
don't know,
consensus
because
made.
she is Judge,
She's Judge
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
He may have to sentence her.
Okay,
I wouldn't do the sentencing,
okay,
because it would be on him.
okay. I'll discuss
So
that.
we can.
Okay. All right.
Are you saying you don't want to do
I
it?
think we
No.
want to discuss the
Okay,
various
because
options.
the other thing is, once you say that you want the program, once you say you want the program and you're in the program, if you say that you don't want to be in the program, then I do the sentencing. So it's like, it's 164 days that were suspended.
Mhm.
But if you were telling me now that you did not, then I would just send you
I think the program wasn't properly explained to her in the first place, Your
program will
Honor.
be good for you.
Okay.
I mean, it really will be good for you to try to just make sure that you have structured activities, that
Right.
you're doing well, that you're staying on your meds, that you're drug and alcohol free, that you're getting counseling, and anything that we can do in terms of safe housing, all those things,
Okay.
that's what we try to provide for you, okay?
All right.
But you want to add it on, because I want to make sure that, what, talk to a person that.
Yes, and then I'll-
received, and then,
yeah.
okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize. Like I said, it's
That's
normally
okay.
convoluted, because normally we're the ones that get you in the program in the first place.
Right.
But this is my card.
Okay.
I will forget. And the worst is remembering. So if you end up with questions with the program at any point, you can call me. You can
Okay.
call Brandy, you can get a hold of me.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know where the confusion came from, because like I said, I put into this, mental health ordeal. So the first time I've ever heard about being terminated from it or not wanting to be in the program was today when I spoke with you.
And
I didn't bring that
I
up.
think there was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
What happened. And that's totally fine. It
But
happens.
since you brought it up,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's my other option?
Sure, the problem is, technically, because you're not in the program yet, you would go back to Judge Hamilton and be sentenced. I have no idea what you're
Right.
Where if you're in the program, if you're working it, if you decide down the road you want to terminate, it's Judge Williams that would be sentencing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like she said, it's between a year and 18 months, the whole program.
Okay.
That's how long you're on probation for. I like to say it's as long or short as you make it.
Right.
I've seen people graduate before the year mark, I've seen people graduate after the 18 months.
Okay.
So it's really, how dedicated you are.
Mhm.
We will always tell you what we expect of you. There's gonna be a list of requirements.
Mhm.
They're gonna say, this is what you need to do to move on to the next step. Once you do those, this is what you need to do to do the next step.
Yes, I
Until you
have that.
graduate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will always be straightforward with you about what's going on. If you're always straightforward with us, it works out better for you.
Mhm.
Like the judge was saying, there are going to be urine screenings as far as drugs and
Yeah.
alcohol. There's going to be you're going to be assigned a probation officer.
Okay.
Her name is Michelle Franklin. She's very good.
Okay.
She's very hopeful. I work with her all the time.
Okay.
I am still your attorney throughout the whole process. So if
Okay.
there's anything that you ever need, call me. More than happy to help.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, once you enter, I usually just end up dealing with you if you're getting in trouble.
Mhm.
But if you have questions, reach out. That's what I'm here for.
I will. I'm working on a couple of complaints
Okay.
surrounding this entire thing, so at some point I will have a question for you.
Okay,
And
fair
I'm
enough.
glad I have your card.
Sure, and I'm more than happy to answer anything. As far as, what's going on right now is, you would do your psychiatry at Portage Path. And we have clients that are in Portage Path. It shouldn't be an issue to be able to get the releases and things so that we can get your medical records.
Yeah, that's
things
not a
like that.
problem.
So that shouldn't be too big of an issue. You will have a caseworker, Rochelle, out of CSS, even though
Okay.
you're not doing your psychiatry there, and that's fine.
Right.
She's really just kind of a liaison to help you figure out exactly what you need.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions or concerns?
No.
Okay.
No, that's pretty
Okay.
self-explanatory.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, are you still interested in doing the program at this
Yeah.
point? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's a good program, especially if you're in some kind of a crisis. Get you on the right path.
Let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Like I said, this wasn't even a thought until today
Sure.
when you said that there would be
Mhm.
you mentioned termination or something.
Mhm.
So if I were to go and get sentenced by Judge Hamilton, is it?
Mhm.
What are the odds? Like,
Unfortunately.
do they ever put people on regular probation, like following
They do.
something like this?
They do, yeah. They definitely do. They also put people in jail sometimes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Judge Hamilton's a newer judge. I haven't practiced in front of him a whole lot.
Okay.
I don't really know what his tendencies are.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, if there was any other judge in the building, I would tell
Right.
you.
Right.
Because they've all been here longer.
Right.
He is a bit heavy-handed with the jail time,
Okay.
as opposed to other judges.
Mm-hmm.
Where I know Judge Williams tends to favor, house stuff, things like that.
Right.
But it's really up to him entirely as to what would happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stick with the program for now.
Fair enough. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna get you all that fun paperwork.
Okay.
Can I get a phone number for you?
Yes, 234-956-0872.
872.
Now, on that number, that's a Google number,
Okay,
so I
that's
can
fine.
only receive voicemails and text messages from
Okay.
her.
Okay. I'll make a note here. But if we leave you a voicemail, you can figure out a way to call back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have access to my phone.
Okay, perfect. They also text too.
Yes.
Your probation officer and caseworker will often text.
Okay.
So that works.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's real good for me
Yep.
because I'm quick with that.
Oh, yeah. We're millennials. I get it. Can I get an address for you?
Yes, 316 Upland Avenue,
Can you spell it for me?
UPLAND
Okay.
Avenue, and that's apartment U. It's a duplex. I'm upstairs.
Okay. That's Akron?
Akron, Ohio, 44301.
Okay, perfect. What we're gonna do is we'll have you have a seat in the courtroom.
Okay.
We'll make sure that all of the appropriate people have all of your information.
Okay.
And we'll get you out of here. All right. Okay, so just have a seat anyway.
Okay.
We'll get you out here just a little bit.
This would be a good time to take 6 months. Fuck the yards. Okay, so she just came out and let me know that she's waiting to make sure that there's nothing for me to sign, that she thinks I'm pretty much good to go, but she just wants to make sure that there is nothing for me to sign. And she also said that I'm pretty much, continue doing the norm, like I'll be going to, in contact with Rochelle. Female restroom?
You said what?
Female restroom.
Oh, it's on the other. It's down now. That's all.
Okay, thank
No,
you.
no, not yet. You going down? All the way down.
So, no, that's optional, but she just told me. So anyhow, yeah, I was like, she was like, so just keep seeing her, just keep meeting with Portage Path, making sure you make your appointments and stuff like that, and sign your, and we'll make sure we have all our releases. And I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, but we'll get you out of here. I just want to make sure there's nothing for you to sign. So that's the part you didn't get to hear. I'm really trying to be careful with this phone in the courtroom thing because they've been like signs plastered everywhere about it, which means I'm going to have to make the release of this information super incognito. Like, that means not posting it before or arranging it, then blocking it, making it not public on Facebook for a period of time before I add something to this case. Because the good thing about having an attorney is that although there's nothing in terms of a video or a complaint that references this matter that I'm charged with, if I add something to it, if I get in trouble while I'm on probation, then they'll have to pay it attention. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Wow. I'm gonna go into this situation in detail. I literally canceled the whole day because they won't let me get started at the time that I wanted to. I was sedated this morning. So, and I'm short of my breath. So I'm going to, I have nothing on my list of things to do other than, as far as running errands and stuff today, other than court. I'm going straight to the house after this. Let me go back, hold up. Okay, so literally I just went back in and she told me, she said, all right, Miss Oliver, you're good. She said, we got all your paperwork together and everything. She was like, so there's nothing else I need from you at this time. She said, just keep in touch with Rochelle. And she said, next time I see you, we'll be on Zoom.